Welcome to the video. Today we're playing The Division 2, and finally I can get on my main character, which is great. About fucking time. Thank you. I don't know what they did, but I went to log in and now it shows my character. Now I just need to make sure I'm using the waveform. I better take that off so that I can log in again later. It's giving me a chance. I don't know if they did a server side thing and fixed it, but I'm able to get, I gotta get out of the rain because it's raining out. But I am now on my main character time because I was getting annoyed. So, with that said, let's just make sure we're not missing any shit. I would have been so pissed had I not been able to continue to play on my character. If I would have had to start the other one and do it all over again, I would have been mad. So, good to see that we're back. There's a couple of builds that I've been thinking about during this time, and I can't use the pieces because I'm scared that if I put one of those pieces on and I log out again, it's going to do it again. So, I don't know, but we will be doing something here. Where is it? So we are back. I'm just getting these things in here real quick since we're back. Alright. Take that, that, and that out, and put that in there. So, and here's the other thing that's really screwed up. The controller that updated and wouldn't work with my headset, now it's magically... You know, it's funny, because I ordered a Pulse 3D headset, and ever since I did that, now suddenly my headset's working with the controller that updated itself, and it wouldn't let me use it. Now it's suddenly working. It's almost like it knows it's inevitable that I'm getting a new headset, so it's like, oh, I'm going to work now. Unfortunately, a little too late there, buddy. Little too late. There lie. It should have worked a couple days ago when I updated you. Whoa, what the hell? The hell that was, but I gotta do this. We'll put it there. And we gotta put it here. And update. Alright, so on my main character finally I can load in. It was 3 days in the making, but back. Glad to. And when I came in and I logged in, I did have the waveform on. That's why I just put a piece of system corruption there, just whatever I could. First thing I saw, I put in there instead, because I don't know. I don't want to try those again until I know it's fixed.
Here you go. Best here in the city.
Because I didn't want to risk it. That's kind of a weird skill to put on, or weird talent to put on a Vector Ranger. That should be like exclusively to sniper rifles. All right. It's definitely good to be back. Now I got my main character, so now I can do shit. Alright. I was running something there. I'm just going to make sure that I don't have any waveform or BTSU gloves on right now. I took them off because I don't know how that's going to go if I keep it on. If I log out and keep it on, I'm afraid that I won't get back in again. So I'm just going to do a little look on my phone real quick to see what they did, because I couldn't get in and now suddenly I can, so we're gonna see what they did. They must have done a server side thing and it worked. I don't know. Maybe they have a temporary workaround, maybe they're disabling them. I don't know. I'll have to look. What's the date today?
Civilians are kindly reminded not to loiter near the entrances and exits. Thank you for your cooperation.
Oh, yep. They did patch it. Okay. All right. There we go. Okay, so they did patch it. That's why I'm able to get back in. So they did. They didn't say. See, normally when I turn on my PS5 or whatever, it tells me if games were updated during that time it was off, and it didn't say anything about the division being updated at all. So unless it was on their end and they did a server side update, I don't know. But I'm back in, and I don't give a shit. It worked. It shouldn't have been. It shouldn't have kept me out of the game to begin with. I didn't. I don't know. So now I'm trying to think of what I was going to do. And when I do make a video, it's probably going to be, I'm going to upload it as opposed to being live. Because first I'm going to, the reason why I'm live is just letting people know that, hey, I can get back in now. So hopefully you better check your game. If you can't get back in, you might want to check your game because you might be able to get back in now because I can. Obviously, I'm here. And I couldn't log in because I showed you guys I couldn't get in the other day.
You got this. I track your stats.
And there was something I was thinking of. I had something right on my mind before this went down, and there was a build that I wanted to explore, and boom, I couldn't log in. Now I can't remember what the hell it was. I'm gonna have to sit here and go through pieces of gear and think about it. Maybe it'll come back. I really wanted to try it too, so I'm trying to think of what it was. It's not True Patriot. This is the build. I really like this build that I used. I use it all the time now. It's really good at surviving, and you can still kill people with it, which is nice.
Incoming backup request.
That's not what I wanted, though. God damn, I hate that when that happens.
Not in use. Thank you for your cooperation.
Now it's gonna take me about 2 days to fucking remember what the hell it was, because it's. I'm gonna stop thinking about it, and then eventually it's gonna be like, oh yeah, that's what it was. Fuck. It was an interesting combination. That's why I wanted to try it. Let me see. Let me just start going through gear. Maybe it'll come back to me. Hardware, no, no. Mm. No, 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 no. Nope. Hmm. Let me see. Okay, I believe this guy was involved. So we know this part. We know the Memento backpack. I know for a fact that it was involved in this build that I was going to try. I'm just going to randomly go through shit until I see what it was. You know, one thing that I think that nobody really realizes about system corruption is how annoying it actually can be. Not because of the hack step protocol, but because in general, it's if you look at your stats after you put system corruption on, you've got like 90% pulse resistance without hazard protection. If you add hazard protection, you don't really need much because it gives you disrupt resistance, 40% of that. So all you really need to do is add maybe even 30-40% of that, and you'll be good. You'll be golden against that shit. For the most part, even with what I got right now, most people can't disrupt me. The chances of them disrupting me are pretty slim when I use system corruption. And the spotter builds, the spotter builds are actually they're useless against me when I run system corruption because I have 90% pulse resistance without hazard protection. If I added some hazard protection to that, I could have more disrupt resistance. I think it's 40%. Where is it? I think it's 40%. Where the fuck is that piece? right here. So right off the hop, I'm not sure where the other percentage is coming from. I really don't, because that build doesn't have any hazard protection on it, so I don't know where the other 50% is coming from. It's probably, you know what? I know where it's coming from. It's probably coming from, oops. It's probably coming from one of these specializations. Let me see. 50% pulse resistance right there. Okay. Let's see what this has. I think they all have pulse resistance. Yeah, they all have it. I'm surprised there isn't one that has resistance or disrupt resistance in it. So they all have 50% pulse resistance, and then when you throw system corruption on there, you get the other 40%, so that gives you 90. So if you put some hazard protection on your build, then it's not going to be a system corruption build. I'm still working on that one, actually. I have a couple of ideas with that one. But I got many ideas with that one, actually. System corruption is a very nice build. I don't know why people don't want to explore it, because it's pretty good. If you build it right, it's good. Obviously, if I'm going to play conflict, and I'm going to run, like if I was going to run system corruption, I'm not going to use the memento backpack in conflict. I'm going to run for something else. But it's very important with system corruption that you run either the chest piece or the backpack, or both if you want. But I wouldn't. I would go with one of the two, and then save your backpack or your chest piece for a talent that will actually go good with it. I was thinking, I'm going to take this away for a minute. I'm just going to throw this on because I don't care. I'm just throwing this on. I want this on because this is going to be the base of it. And then I'm going to try to figure out which part of it I want to alter. What do I want to do with this? Let me see what that gives me for chance at the moment. Gives me some pretty good chance. Now, there was something that I wanted to try, and I think I know what it is that I wanted to try now. So we're going to do this a little bit different. But I'm going to try this because I have an idea. Whoops. That's system corruption. I don't want that. Okay, so 1, 2, 3, 4. The backpack is if you're going to do this build, though, the backpack is a must. Because the backpack has a talent on it that's called Trauma Specialist, and it amplifies your bleed damage by 100%. And the duration gets bumped up by 50%. And if you can get the right gun, with this build, you have to have something called, I think it's called perpetuation. Get it on an assault rifle or whatever, get it on a SMG, whatever, but put it on there, because that will help. Like the next time you make somebody bleed, it's going to jump their percentage up by another 50%. Okay, now chest piece. I can't use the ridgeways. However, I don't know if I have a piece on me. I don't think I do. I might have to roll it onto something. I don't think I can roll it on anything either, because when the thing went down, I was trying to gather resources before I logged out, and I haven't been able to use this in 3 days, so I don't even know what I can do. Let me see what I was going to do here. Yeah, I want to roll that chest piece. So what I want to do with the chest piece is I want to put trauma on this chest piece. Because I can't run the coyote mask and the ridgeways, I can put trauma on that backpack, on the chest piece. If only I had enough money and I had enough resources, that is. Fuck. See, I was going to put trauma on it. I should have trauma. Yeah, trauma's right there. Trauma's cool. But I don't need to do that. I can actually do it a different way to get them to... So basically what I'm going to do is... Actually, no. I'm not going to run this. Or, yeah, I'm running the Vile Mask. There's something... You can see what's going to happen here. You're seeing what I'm going to try. Because I got this backpack that gives me the duration of my bleed status effects are by 50% and all bleed damage done by 100%. So now I need to find a weapon that has perpetuation on it. I believe I have one, so I'm going to look. I have perfect, but I'm not using that. I'm not using a marksman rifle for that shit. It could be on any weapon, so I got to go through. I got a lot of guns, so... Like, I got a lot of guns. We're not even kidding. I'm looking for a certain talent on that gun. There's one right there. Headshots grant 50% status effect damage and duration to the next status effect you apply. Isn't that something? And I'm running ongoing directive, so do the math. I want to see if I have that other weapon, though, because I liked it better. It was more accurate. And I think it was rolled better, too. Hopefully I didn't fucking delete it. That's a really nice gun. That is a really nice gun. I like that. Damage to targets out of cover. I got a test subject 1, test subject 2. If I don't find perfect status, which is God rolled, that would be fucking nasty, actually. That might be fucking nasty. I might come back to that later. Look how many carnages I have. 1. I gotta get rid of that one. So I have 1 God rolled carnage, 2 God rolled carnages. I can get rid of those 2. Actually, you know what? Don't. Yeah, no. I'll get this shit off them. There we go. Alright. I think I'm gonna have to go back to these weapons up here and just grab that one that or the AK. Where's the AK? And where's the other AK that I had? This guy right here, okay. So I'm gonna have to put some shit away, so I'll put this away. I'll put my chatterbox away. I'll put my ego bearer away, because I'm not gonna be bothering with those right now. Back to my guns, lots of guns. You see my thing on the side there? That just pretty much tells you how much guns I have. So let's just run through my guns for a second. Not one by one, I'm just gonna go through the guns you're gonna see. In a fast motion. Like, if this was the Matrix, I definitely got Neo covered for guns. This is just my fucking assault rifles, SMGs, shotguns, whatever you want. I've got enough to fucking get an army ready to go. Okay, and I don't know what that's all about, but we're getting rid of that. I think it got thrown in my stash from the Dark Zone, but we don't need it, so it's garbage. That's my, then I got sidearms. I don't have as many sidearms as I do with the other, but I still have a considerable amount of them. I got lots of guns. I got 163 guns. I got 163 guns in my fucking stash, so... Yeah. Yeah, I wanted to grab that gun. That's what I wanted to do. I want to grab that gun, the AK, because the AK has something on it I want. It has perpetuation, which is what I want with this. Alright, and then I gotta put some shit on here as well. Now I need to figure out skills. Well, this is a must. Hive is 1. And if I blind people, it's going to activate the Vile Mask. If I put bleed on them, it's going to activate the Vile Mask. There we go, now I have hollow point ammo. So now we're going to come over here, because I want to see how much fucking damage this does. It should be quite considerable. I haven't put anything on my thing yet, so just give me a minute. I'm looking for the ticks is what I want. Yeah. Let's see how quick this target dies. Yeah, I got hardwired. This isn't what I'm trying to do, though. What do you mean hardwired? 2 million what? 2 million what? This is what I'm trying. I gotta get this piece fixed up first. So, I'm trying ongoing directive with... I gotta get a better chest piece on right now. Let's see... Gonna put on... that. Alright, so we need to damage with a skill. Alright. And I gotta reset that. But he's bleeding, so I can't do that right now. I am testing this out. I am no means putting this out as a build video. I am simply, that's why I'm on the test range. I know how to run ongoing directive, trust me. I have a really nasty way of doing it, and I can do more than 2 million damage. I can do like 8 million damage. I'm just trying to run this a different way. Something that could be a little better, more than just bleed going on. That's the whole purpose of what I'm doing here. I'm making sure that there's more than bleed going on. When I do this, I'm getting the pestilence, I'm getting the vile mask, and I'm getting bleed going on at the same time. See, because I'm more about letting you die slow, because I'm a prick. I don't care if you die fast. I'd rather just go like this and go, bye-bye, while you croak. See? Night-night. He's dead. Okay, that's what I'm about. Slow death. But painful. Now, I can show you something with my True Patriot build. I can show you something with my True Patriot build where every time an explosion happens, it's 2.5 million damage. And anything that's in the radius is dead. I simply am just testing this version of it out. I do this all the time. I haven't even put anything on my thing yet. Like, I haven't even put any mods on here yet. Because I'm going to show you something else. Because contrary to what people say, I don't think people understand how the pestilence works. Now, it does rely on weapon damage. It does. But I've also called its bluff on that as well. Because when I look at this, okay. No, I'm on PS5. On this, go to the stats, we'll go to the pestilence. Okay, so the pestilence critical hit chance right now is 20.8%. If I can get that pestilence up to 35% minimum, when it ticks, it's going to critically tick, if that makes sense. Instead of just ticking like it normally does, it's going to critically tick more often. And 35% is the magic number for the pestilence. Now, if you get it higher, then good, I've done it. I've had it at 52. And the ticking was very nasty for what I was running. Because there was no white ticks going on. It was all reds. And the other thing I'm going to show you with the pestilence is you can get multiple people. If you can get multiple stacks on people, like everybody's bleeding, and you focus one of them, as it spreads, it's going to get super powerful. So if anybody tries to run away, they're going to die. Yeah. It's a pretty violent death. Look at this. Pretty violent death. I feel sorry for that guy. He's dead. He's dead. Fire and forget. Are you on PlayStation? Okay. So if I was to do this, where is it? Do I have it on? Okay. And take this away and put this on. Okay. So now I'm running 4 pieces of ongoing directive. I still don't have anything on here, but I'm going to try. I'm going to start adding it now, though. So now I'm going to put some create chance on this. Because the pestilence does not care about created damage. It really doesn't care. It doesn't help it. So that's why I don't care if it's got created damage on this. If I'm going to focus somebody with this. But if I put the chest piece and the backpack on for ongoing directive, when I get hollow point ammo, it's going to get boosted by up to 35% damage. And their bleed and shit's going to be a lot nastier as well. Okay. One more time of putting something on, and this should bring it to what I want it to be at. Okay. Okay, so this is where when they're bleeding with the pest. What's this? That's why I'm running the hive and the blinder. because I want them to have a status effect on them, so that when they die, I get lots of hollow point ammo. Yeah, there we go. Okay, sorry. Now, the pestilence likes damage to armor, and it also likes damage to targets out of cover. So, I could further this by going this route and taking this away, but when I replace this, I'm hoping that I have a piece, actually, because I don't know if I do. Yes, I do. And it has a chance, so that should still keep the pestilence at what I want. Yes, it did. Actually brought it up higher. Okay, so targets are out of cover. So now I'm going to add another thing to this, which should bring me back up to... Now my pestilence has a 45% chance. So use my AK, get the headshot. Okay. Now, did I just lose that? Did I just lose that? Oh my god. Yeah, I like that. I like that a lot. Let's go fucking try that out for real now. Let's just make sure I'm not missing anything.
Come over here, Agent.
Let's make sure I'm running the right specialization. Yes, I am. Gunner, because Gunner will make me survive. Now I do need ceramics, so I'm gonna have to go here and do some ceramics. I just like doing this mission for ceramics.
We need to find out what happened to the team that went to try to repair the main shade node. The federal shelter should be beneath your current position. Find a way down there, but proceed with caution.
If you can't see, you can't fight, right? I just watch them die slowly. Where are you going? You gonna try to rush me? I think Daddy just found a new build. I just fucking destroyed those yellow guys like they were fucking butter. And just by looking at that alone, I know that if I went into fucking conflict right now, I'd probably melt everybody on the other team. Because guess what? If you can't see, you can't fight, right? That's why I'm using the blinder fire with the firefly. If I want to be a prick, I can get rid of this and I can run something else. I gotta wait for that to recharge, so I'm gonna have to go back to the base. They didn't drop anything I wanted anyways. They didn't drop anything. Alright, so that's good right there. I like that. Just to see what it can do. If I went into the dark zone, I know for a fact I could fucking destroy the yellow guys like they were nothing. I know I could. As a matter of fact, I'm gonna put that to test right now. I'm gonna go to this mission because there's a boss on the second floor, or no, third floor, which doesn't take long to get there. So we're gonna try that out because I want to see how quick these guys go down with this, especially when it's fully pumped. I have a feeling it's gonna be very fast.
Detected. Nearby location. Guarded by hostiles.
Okay, but before we get this going, because I'm not a skill build, I only get 12 charges, which is more than enough. But we're not going to do that.
Old CEO's office will have a key card that should give you access to the vault.
Because what we're going to do here is now we're going to call it my Cobra Kai build. You know why I'm calling it that? Because I have a blinder, firefly, and I have banshee, which disorients people and they can't walk properly. And now think of their motto. Can't see, you can't fight. Can't stand, you can't fight. Can't breathe. I'm just gonna sit back and watch the death happen. No mercy. $19 bullets. No mercy. And I'm running the chest piece to amplify that damage, the hollow point ammo, by 30 to 35%. Fucking no mercy. That boss got fucking ass fucked. Yeah, I like this build. I definitely like this build. That was like, how quick was that? Like, that's ridiculous.
Looks like that key card is the
Night,
one we were looking for.
buddy. Big guy gets fucking destroyed in seconds with this build. And if I can destroy that big guy with his shield that quick, rebound, I can guarantee you if somebody pulled their shield out in PvP, they'd be getting destroyed just as quick. Because I have the contractor's gloves on, which is damage to armor and LMG damage. And then I've got damage to targets out of cover. And then on my pestilence, it loves that too because it's got another 12% damage to out of cover. So that's 20% to damage out of cover right there. And the pestilence loves both of those things, plus weapon damage it likes. It's arrested, and then hollow point ammo amplifies the shit out of it because I'm running the chest piece and the backpack on ongoing. Ongoing fucking gets boosted here up to 35% from 20, so you get another 15% hollow point ammo damage. It gets jumped up to 35%, which is pretty fucking nasty. I've already dealt 116 million damage, and I haven't even went through this map all the way. Like, I'm convinced that I could probably get well over 1 billion by the time I get to the end of this. By the time I get to the end of this mission, the amount of damage I can put out. Now, those people that run, so here's the thing. Because I know people are going to say, well, if somebody runs a hazard protection build, you know, blah, 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 it doesn't matter. I'm still going to fucking kill them. Why? Because I've got lots of weapon damage, and I've got damage to armor and damage to out of cover twice, which the pestilence loves all three of those items. It's like giving it a gold medal. Thank you very much. I like that. I'm going to show you what I can do when I hit people with it. So even if they put on and I can't get the bleed on them, not a big deal. They'll still die just as nice. And I want them to see my build. Go ahead, put your hazard protection build on. I want you to. Because I'm going to show you what your hazard protection can't do. And that's protect you from the fucking pestilence. Because it is not a status effect. It is a debuff. And the sooner people realize that, the better. Because do you know how many people I have killed with the pestilence because they thought their little hazard protection build was going to save their ass and then they realized it wasn't going to save their ass? You'd be surprised. Many. I've actually had people message me saying, I was wearing a hazard protection build. How did you kill me with the pestilence? I'm like, because the pestilence is not a fucking status effect. It is a debuff. Just like this one. Right here. Just like this bad boy right here. It's a debuff. Your hazard protection doesn't save you from those. The pestilence and the vile mask are both debuffs. Trust me, I've already been thinking about putting that in this build here. But I'd have to sacrifice this or this to do it. Because I don't want to sacrifice this. I could. But could you imagine if I could get the vile mask and the pestilence and the bleed on them? Ooh. Which one would be more beneficial to get rid of? I think this one would be. So if I was to put this on, and I'm going to have to put an ongoing directive piece on. And I'm going to have to look at my gear real quick and just see if I have anything that could be adjusted. Obviously, I can get rid of... no. Hold on. What's rolled on this? Okay, I fucked with weapon damage there. What about this? Okay, so I could roll that. Okay. I don't have enough things right now for that, but... So if I can get the pestilence and that on there and that... Let me see, do I have anything special with this going on? Yes, I do. Okay. This is basically what it's going to look like. Refresh that a little bit. Yeah, that's pretty nasty, actually. Let's see if I can mark this guy. Anyways, yeah, I like it. And that's gotta suck too, right? Because you're blinded and you can't see what the fuck's going on, and I'm just nailing you with the fucking pestilence while you're blinded. And by the time you come back to it and you can see what's going on, you're fucking dead. You're probably dead before that happens. Or you're just able to see again and you die and you go down. Think of a cobra, okay? How does a cobra kill people? It spits in your face so you can't see and then it finishes you off. It spits venom in your face so you can't see. And you can't see, then it just finishes you off. That's not very nice. It's pretty mean, actually. You have no way of fighting back because you can't see. All right. What do you got there? 10:30 almost. I've got a couple ways I can go with this, but either way, I think it's going to be nasty. And actually, you know what? There's a third way. I could take the pestilence right out of the equation, actually. Whoops. I could put this into the equation. And there's going to be even more shit going on now. Now there's 4 things going on at once. But unfortunately, I don't mind that. I think I'll stick with that. Pestilence is better. Because the pestilence gives me a bleed over time that's much better than what that's given me. It allows me to do more damage, but it takes a certain amount of shots before that happens. So, this, however, was not really what I was trying to test out. I just kind of started working with it and was like, well, wait a minute, what if I do this? And that's usually how shit happens. I'll start playing with a couple pieces of gear and they'll say, well, what if I put this there? Now, as much as I like this, and it's pretty nasty, I still think that putting the way I had it before, right here, is actually going to... Oh, no. Sorry, I got not that one. It was... Where the fuck is it there? Having it this way is actually going to be nastier than the way I just had it with the biomask. Overall. Now the problem with this is you risk people seeing what you're wearing. So when you want to be a sneaky bastard, let's go to one of my broken builds here, because I'm sure I have one somewhere in here. Yeah, I like that one. Save it. Like it. Okay. When I go into PvP, I put this on. When I go into conflict, sorry. So they're like, oh, he's running True Patriot. Cool. I'll run a skill build. Okay. And then as soon as the game starts, I go, oops, actually, this is what I'm going to use instead. And then once I get my hollow point ammo, I don't give a fuck if they put on their hazard protection, because once I have that hollow point ammo, it doesn't matter. You're dead. Even if I don't do the bleed damage with the damage I have on this build, you're still dead. So unless you're using Cronus Zen and you got some fucking amazing weapon damage because you were able to modify your shit, because as far as I know, as far what I've been told, is they can modify their weapon damage and shit. So that's why they hit so fucking hard. You look at their build and you're like, I don't think he should be hitting that hard. Because I was running over 2 million armor on one of my builds, and this guy was wearing an absolute shit build, and he was fucking destroying my armor in like 2 hits. So I looked at his build and I was like, I looked at it very carefully and his specialization, and I was like, no, this doesn't make sense. So I examined him, because you can, inspect them. So when you inspect somebody, you also have the option of going to their stats. And I went down to his PvP weapon damage. And he was running an AR. And I've seen a lot of AR builds. I've seen a lot of, PvP weapon damage when they show their stats. But I've never seen one that high. And that's when I was like, okay, this is not a legit build that he's using. Like, it's for what he was wearing, he shouldn't have. His PvP weapon damage was 228,000 for his AR. That's not possible. I don't care what fucking build you try to tell me you're running. It's just not possible with an AR. Okay, not gonna happen. I don't care what you're running. I don't care if you're fucking running in sync or whatever. You're not putting that much out. So this guy was running 228,000 PvP weapon damage. I screenshotted the shit too, and with his weapon out, the right one. But his build was garbage, and that's what was really confusing me. Because like, if you do this, where's my Scorpio? Let me put my Scorpio on, and I go to my PvP weapon damage for my Scorpio. It's going to be 146,000. That's normal. It's a shotgun. But he wasn't using a shotgun. He was using a fucking AR. And his was 228,000. So when I see that guy in conflict, I tend to back out, because I'm like, he runs a shitty ass yellow build, and it's like, it's complete garbage. He was running fucking purples, like purples, not yellows, purples. Like, that's terrible. And I was running my bulwark set, which is like a lot of armor. Like, I got a fucking lot. And then I have the backpack to go with it, so it amplifies the fucking shit. It amplifies my shit, like, big time. There's my backpack. So it increases makeshift repairs to 10 seconds instead of 15, so I repair a lot quicker. And it does make a big difference with that shit on. And this guy was melting my fucking shit like it was nothing. And his I could understand if he was running a capacitor, he might be doing some pretty good damage with a yellow build and a purple build. It was kind of a hybrid of mixture of both. But he was running an AR doing 228,000 weapon damage, like PvP weapon damage, which I've never seen in my life. Like, I've seen some pretty good legit PvP players that are really good at the game, and they don't even come close to that with an AR for PvP weapon damage. If you're running a shot, and unless somehow he's stacking his fucking shotgun damage on top of his AR damage. That would make more sense, which is obviously not legit because you're not supposed to be able to do that. But I've been hearing so many different stories about shit in this game, like people stacking builds on top of each other somehow. I've heard so many things. I've went into the dark zone and got killed by a guy that was using a purple pistol. He was doing 28 million damage. I actually got that. I got that on video actually.
Hey there, Agent.
There's just so many things going on in this game, and it's good that they tried to fix something, but people are still claiming that they can still do it. Some of these big streamers, they need to stop doing that shit. I'm not saying any names here, but there's a particular one that I keep seeing, and he keeps showing people how to glitch. And he needs to fucking stop that, because it's not cool. It ruins the game. And teaching people how to do that is not helping the game. Like, he's saying, oh, you know, like, I'm helping the devs out by showing that. No, you're showing people how to do the glitch. You're not helping the game at all. You're destroying the game. Because people are going to watch your videos, and they're going to be like, what? Oh, cool, I can cheat. And then I go into PvP and I get fucking mad because I'm legit and I'm getting murdered by some cheating bastard. You know what I mean? Like, and you too, right? You go in there and get pissed off as well. Don't tell me you don't get pissed off at this game when you're playing PvP, because I'm going to call you on that. Because I know you do. Because I do. Especially when I look at their build and go, what the fuck? This is garbage. Why am I dying from this? But yeah, that's what I mean. It's only one. There's only one big streamer that I've seen that's doing this, and I'm not saying any names. You'll find out yourself by looking. And yeah, somebody's got they got to stop that. They got to put a stop to it. It's okay to make builds, videos and shit, but when you're showing people how to do a cheat, like how to cheat in a game, it's not cool. Even if it's I don't care if it's PvE or not. Because then people figure things out and they go, well, if I can do this in PvE, I can certainly do this in PvP. It should work. And then you go in the dark zone and you fucking get screwed by somebody that's learned something from PvE and they've brought it over to the next level, to PvP. And now you don't stand a chance against them no matter what build you run. You get killed. And I'm not the only one that's voiced this concern about certain people that are streaming shit. One person to be exact. He's like, oh yeah, I'm just helping the game. No, you're not. No, you're not. Don't even talk. No, you're not. If you kept it to yourself, and then told the devs, hey, you know, like, I've discovered this, you should really look into this. That's one thing. But to come on YouTube and say, hey guys, I'm going to show you how to do this. It's not legit, but hey, I'm going to show you how to do this. That's not cool.
Later.
It makes me fucking mad when I see it.
Agent in need of backup.
Because I'm working on builds here. I'm working on builds that actually are legit. And I'm getting killed and I can't test them properly because I don't know if they've learned something from this guy. And then, you know, that's why I can't kill them, because they're doing a lot of damage because he showed them a damage glitch.
Been thinking about getting another tattoo.
And that's the problem, is I don't know.
Phoenix.
It's hard to judge. Unless you get the jump on these people, you can't really judge the build. I mean, it's hard to gauge it. That's why when I make a build now, I just say they're PvE builds, because I don't know, and I don't want to say that you could use them in PvP, because there's so much shit going on in this game right now that you don't know if you're getting killed by somebody that's actually good at it, or if they're fucking cheating. You don't know. It's unfortunate. It's really sad, actually, that you got to question every time you get killed. You got to question whether it was legit or not. That's not the way I want to play this game. I want to play this game to have fun. I want to get back to the way it was before this shit came out. Because in the very beginning of this game, it was great. I was killing all kinds of people because the game was normal. People didn't know how to do stuff yet. but that didn't last long. There's always one person that figures it out and goes, oh, let's go to YouTube and tell everybody how to cheat. Because that's what happens. And nobody does shit. Nobody does shit. But if I say the wrong word on stream, I can get in trouble. Right? But it's okay if he shows you how to cheat. How is that fair? Or if somebody accidentally plays music for like 1 second in my video, I get a copyright notice. Now, that hasn't happened in a while, though, because I'm very careful now, but it's just an example of what they really need to look for and shit like this. If you're trying to show people how to do stuff like that in a game, I don't think you should be allowed to benefit from it. And what I mean by that is when they upload that video and it gets views and shit, and they get enough subscribers, and they're showing people how to cheat, they're making money off that video. They're making money off of how to show people how to cheat. And I don't think that's right. I think that should be demonetized, in my opinion. Like I said, it's one thing to build videos. That's great. You're sharing your knowledge and you're learning things. But when you're sharing stuff that's not cool and it's actually against the thing, against the rules, then why should you be allowed to make money off of it? You shouldn't be. Okay, there's another gun I could get as well. Okay, I'm gonna jump. I think I'm gonna jump off here. I'm gonna just try this out.
Glad we got
Oh,
that
what was
settled.
that? I just want people to know that, you know, I don't like to call names out, but you'll figure it out when you look at the videos, when you look at other people, other particular person stream. You'll notice that he does quite a few of those videos where he's showing you different things that are not legit. And they're just freely up there. I like this game. That's how much I like this game. I like this game to the point where I want to take down those motherfuckers that are trying to ruin this game with their cheats. I want to take those bastards down one by one. Every time a head comes up, I want to just, bye-bye. Get out. Back the fuck out of this game. So many games that I've played, I play where that's happened, and it just destroys the game. Like, go back to the Division 1, for example. Just go back to the Division 1 and try going in the dark zone and watch what happens to you. Doesn't matter what you run. You're going to get fucked. Right? It gets to the point where the next version of the game comes out and they just don't care about the other one either because they can't stop it. And you can't stop it. Unless you get really aggressive. Now, we had this problem in another game on PC that I used to play, but we got super aggressive with it. And we put a stop to that shit. To the point where they could try to cheat all they wanted, but we were stopping it. Just like that. Just as quick as they were learning how to go around it, we were quickly stopping it in its tracks. It's just that's the problem. You have to be really aggressive. Okay, I'll be back.